All right, everyone. So CM Punk made a pretty big SummerSlam claim about the card. Here's what he had to say.
Well, if you like me in a three-piece suit, three is the number of pieces I'm going to tear Drew McIntyre into. This is a man who has injured me and gloated about my injury. And look, I know a lot of people don't like me. Drew's one of them. But the reason people love me is because when I get knocked down, I get back up. And if you don't like that, we have returning Rhea Ripley, who is, you got to love Rhea Ripley. We got Cody Rhodes. We got Solo Sikoa. This card is, to me, honestly, possibly better than a WrestleMania.
Now, don't get me wrong, SummerSlam's card is fantastic, right? There is no question that this is a card that has been set up fantastic by WWE. And we said this when, people were a little bit upset with Money in the Bank. They weren't saying it's bad, but they were saying, you know what, this isn't, as good as we wanted it to be. But as we pointed out, it was a setup for SummerSlam, right? The only thing is that what's going to make SummerSlam fantastic, I think, and possibly better than WrestleMania, although I think it's tough to kind of beat that Undertaker moment, is what we could see in terms of returns. Right now, I haven't seen any rumors about a Roman Reigns return or anything like that, but a Roman Reigns return to beat up on Solo Sequoia would be a massive thing. That would make this a fantastic pay-per-view. And we also have, of course, between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, a possible, complete shakeup in the Judgment Day, right? What happens with that? Do we see Dom actually end up turning on Rhea Ripley? Do we what that looks like, right? These are all the things that we're going to have to keep in mind when you're looking at this card going forward. So I think Punk makes a good point. Do I think it's going to be better than WrestleMania? Probably not, right? Because WrestleMania just had such a huge card. It had all the surprises. There were so many things that people can look at and go, that was one of the best WrestleManias ever. So SummerSlam probably won't be better than that. But the direction Punk's looking is definitely true, which is SummerSlam is set up to be a fantastic show. And unlike with SummerSlam, where we kind of came out and said, look, don't get upset about Money in the Bank. It's not a huge deal. This is a setup pay-per-view. It was good enough. The matches were fun. I understand you wanted some surprises. You didn't get them, but this one's not going to be as much of a setup. Certainly there's going to be some things that will launch up into bigger rivalries, but there is going to be a little bit of a, wow, we were shocked, we were surprised, we loved how that went down, and I cannot wait to see what WWE ends up doing, because if they don't, people will be upset. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next.